guys, let's get this thing going. What do you want to do for the project?
Okay, Mr. Nagel wants something creative and innovative, so what I was thinking is we can make the life of an immigrant factory worker into a video game, and we'll have different stages of his life, and that'll represent the different stages of video games. What do you guys think?
I see what you're saying, man, but I don't think that will properly illustrate the struggles the immigrant worker went through. We need to ensure we have all the facts for the movie. If we're making one.
Yeah, and I agree. I think the main thing we have to show is the two waves of immigrants that came at first. See, if you see here from my research, the first group mostly came from Northern Europe, whereas the second group came mostly from Eastern Europe. And they all came here to seek the new opportunity of a better life, etc. However, they had many conflicts, one of them being working with very low salaries, and they struggled day to day, working in poor conditions, as well as the tiresome hours required every week.
Wouldn't that lead to competitions between the two waves of immigrants?
Yeah, bro, it would. The second wave was willing to work for less money, and that caused a major struggle between the two waves, whether the company should hire wave 1 or wave 2.
I wonder what it would like to be an immigrant back in the day.
Yeah, same, man.
Me too. Alright, y'all folks better listen up. We're here to give you a job. Men, we're going to pay you $500 every year. Women, we're going to pay y'all $300 every year. Children, around $100. And y'all going to have to work to get them hours though. Up north in the mining industry, y'all are going to work 12 hours a day for 6 days a week. If y'all want to go west to the textile mill, y'all are going to work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. And if any of y'all even try to complain, y'all can get out of here. This is America, and I'm in charge. And that's how it's
supposed to be. I'm getting money like I'm supposed to be. I'm getting money like I'm supposed to be. Oh.
Oh, honey bunches, I don't know how we're gonna ever support our family. Our 5-year-old son is working. I hate it here, but it's the only job we can find.
I'm with you, honey. I heard the conditions in the factory are so bad, and they basically own us. They treat us like dogs. This is not a good sight.
If there were ever a fire, we would die.
Oh God, this isn't a good sight at all. We should do something about this, but we can't lose our jobs because
Look, I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of my energy. They're trying to take away from me.
I'm so tired, I'm so sick of us working our butts off, and when management sits down and relaxes and watches over us.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough.
I know. There's no windows, no air ventilation, no safety precautions. I'm so tired. There's no lights, there's no windows, there's no nothing. Did you hear about that child that killed himself on the factory machine? Or how about Madame Montpellier who broke her arm on the sewing machine? I'm so scared. I'm so sick of this. I'm just tired. Why do we work here? I'm so done with this. We should stand up for ourselves.
We should stand up for ourselves. We need to do something about this.
I can't stop it. No, I can't control it. Can you feel it overloaded? Overloaded. Yeah. You can't stop it. No, you can't control it. Can you feel it overloaded?
Oh my God, that was so messed up. The wealth was distributed so unequally, with 17% of the workforce being women and 1.7 million children working tirelessly every day. It's only fair that they all get paid the same price, right? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Shouldn't the workers do something about this?
Yes, in fact they did. The response of the immigrants was to form a union. A union is an organized association of workers with the intent to protect the right of each individual. The formation of a union was as a result of poor working conditions, no sick pay, and fears such as losing their job as a result of injury. Some unions during this time included the Knights of Labor, which was formed in 1869, the Amalgamated Association of Iron and Steel Workers, known as the AA in 1876, and the American Federation of Labor, known as the AFL, formed in 1886.
Okay, you mentioned the Knights of Labor, and I found this. The Knights of Labor was a union that was one of the largest of the 1880s. This union strongly supported an 8-hour day, as well as negotiated contracts with employers. The Amalgamated Association of Iron and Steel Workers was a union for iron and steel workers to protect their interests as well.
So I'm guessing these unions fought for their rights by protesting, work slowdowns, picketing, boycotts, and strikes. They must have been brave to go against their employers. A few major strikes were like the railroad strike of 1887, the Homestead strike of 1892, and I think the last one was Pullman strike of 1894. And they were all steady in the timeline.
Yeah, I heard that the railroad strikes was a result of the company cutting their already low wages at that time by another 10%. As a result, the workers were obviously infuriated, and the strike got so out of control that President Hayes had to send troops to keep it under control.
Yo, I heard the Homestead strike is when the AA and AFL union fought against the Carnegie Steel Company to improve conditions and wages. And at the time, Carnegie Steel Company was the biggest steel manufacturer in the world.
The Pullman strike occurred because of George Pullman, the owner of a car company, created a town called Pullman City, and all of his workers were required to live there. He charged his workers to use places such as a church and a library and of course rent. And then because of an economic depression, wages were cut 25%, but the cost of living remained the same. So basically workers were charged more, but they still had to pay the same amount of rent. As a result, 3,000 workers went on a strike without permission of their union, which was the American Railroad Union at the time. And this strike interfered with the mail system, so the federal government had to intervene in the strike.
The thing is that in most of the strikes, the companies won and not the union. Why is that, guys?
Well, I think that's because the companies have their own tactics, like the workers do. They also have their own plan to defend themselves against the protesters. So examples include blacklisting the workers. So it makes it impossible for them to ever get a job in a company again, because they write a letter and send them to all the companies that's saying that this person is not a good person. What they also did is they replaced the old workers that just left by the new immigrants.
The new wave, right?
The new wave.
Exactly.
And basically these people just really wanted jobs and wanted to live, so they would take the jobs. And then lastly, they would make the new workers sign a contract so they never sign a union again. And these were all ways that the companies defended themselves against these unions.
I just can't keep living this way. So starting today, I'm breaking out of this cage. I'm standing up, I'ma face my demons. I'm manning up, I'ma hold my ground. I've had enough, now I'm so fed up. Time to put my life back together right now.
Okay guys, all this research is fun and dandy and all, but we still need an idea for the project.
That's true.
Let me think.